Happy 2026. How are you? It is Friday, about 12:30, and it is cold, cold, cold outside. And the house is a little chilly, so I need a little bit longer something on my arms. So today's going to be just probably, after this, I'm going to chit chat with you. And then after this, I'm going to put in all the pictures from Sunday of my mystery sew along. I did not get it completed, which I knew I wouldn't because, like I said, that first clue, oh my goodness, it took me 2 to 3 hours just to finish clue 5. But last night I did get all of the main blocks done, and I started sewing, so I got half of it sewn together. The other half is underneath you guys, and then I got one block out to show you what it looks like, which is clue 10. And I still have to cut the 2 borders out once it's all sewn together. And she's going to be a pretty big gal for our queen size bed. She's going to drape over each side about 8 inches, and yeah, but that's all right. But we both really like it. So yesterday I spent most of the day in the sewing room sewing. New Year's Eve I spent doing most of the day in here doing the clues, like I said. And that clue 5, she had given us, like I said in one of them, I think everything's a blur right now. She had only given us an hour to put everything together, but when you have 48 squares, half square triangles, and another 48, and you have to, well, actually you have, 48, and you have to sew them all together, and then you have to take half of them to sew them for one part of your block, and then you have to do the other half, and so it takes more than an hour. But anyways, it's not a race, as Jerry would say to me. It's not a race. It's supposed to be enjoyable, and he's right. So, but today my thought was I was going to get up and, by now have it at least put together, and then being able to sew on the borders. But last night we got a phone call. His mom is in assisted living care, and she's 92, has dementia, and she's positive for flu, just like almost every resident that's out there. And apparently she fell and hit her head. They were sending her to the emergency room by ambulance, and this was at 8 o'clock at night. And so by 9 o'clock, the hospital is only like 10 minutes away from our place, and his brother is 20 minutes away, and his sister's down in Florida. So he went in, he masked up and all that stuff because she was, contagious for flu. She was just diagnosed with it. And where she stays, when you're contagious like that, they close you in your room, and they put a sign on the door so anybody that works or comes and goes will mask up and take the precautions. So he went and wore the mask, and he was in ER. He didn't get home until midnight, 12:15, something like that. They did keep her overnight, and then we get the call that she can go home back to her residence today, but she doesn't qualify for an ambulance ride back, which would have been easier. And their van wheelchair service is all full today. So again, Mr. Jerry had to go and pick her up at noon, and because she's supposed to be discharged at noon, we set up a time. and then he has to be in an enclosed car with his mom who has the flu. And he's wearing a mask and everything, and take her back. And so, needless to say, we looked up on the internet, and the flu incubation is like a day. So he has been so exposed to the flu, it isn't funny. And then I get a little bit, he might call it paranoia, I don't care, but that's the furnace kicking on. Where when he comes back, I make him wash his hands as he's walked in. I make him change his clothes. Last night, after being in the emergency room and him telling him she was positive for the flu, and they put a sign on the door, and everybody started wearing masks and gloves. I made him take a shower before he went to bed, and he threw his clothes in the washing machine and all that. So, I mean, he's doing the best that he can do too. He just soon not be in the enclosed car. He doesn't mind being with his mom, but not when she has the flu. So he's off doing that. So anyways, our morning and last night was really short. It was 1:30 before we got to bed. And then Nala got us up at 6:30. Hi, Nala. Because she didn't like the wet food that her daddy had given her. Right? Right? You wanted to be held, you said, and now you don't? And now you don't? So, and then Mr. Simba was joining her. He would go over to Jerry and he would go, "Pearl, Pearl," and he'd come to my back and he'd start pawing faster and faster. I think they both just wanted us up. We got up about 7:45. So needless to say, we're both super tired. Super tired. We fed the cats and they have done nothing but sleep until I come in here to talk to you. So anyways, I will have, after this, I will show you the pictures of, you know, everything, but I'll show you a square right now of what this will be. Clue 9 black, and then I had to do 12 of these. So it is a big black, because this will end up being, with the borders, I think 96 by 108. But I like how it turned out. So, and I do like the star. And this is a light gray. So, but yeah. So that right there is one of 12, and I've got 6 of them sewn together, and I've got 6 more to do. I'll put that behind you. And then, oops, I picked up my sock I had started, and was working on that. And this is, I got it housed in my Grinch Christmas bag. And this is from Freckled Whimsy. I'm in her Christmas Club year 2, and this is Kitschemy Christmas. Kitschemy, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not. Christmas, and it is a 6-stripe repeat. And this is what it's looking like. And I am almost done. I'm going to lose stitches just a second. Picking up the gusset stitches. So this is what it's looking like so far. The heel. So I think I got like 4 or 6 more rounds before I can just start knitting on the foot. I'm only doing this one at a time. I might have to revert to doing 2 at a time on the next one, because the next one I just paid for, so I probably won't get that till the end of the month, and that'll be for February. So I was working on that, but then I started that 6-day star blanket out of the yarn that our daughter had got for me. And I'm doing it out of Big Twist. I'm using the white, and then I am using, I think it's called Dusty Rose. And I just started on this border right here, or this white right here. So, and this is what this is looking like so far. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. But it's not difficult. For me, it's not difficult at all. You just got to be able to count where you're at, because right now I'm on the double crochet row, and then you have your cluster stitch that she's calling, which is 3 double crochets. Then you have your double crochets together down here, and in the center is that setup row. So, but how this is working out is that rows, right now I'm doing rows 2 through 7, and I have to go up to 122 stitches on each, going up from the valley to the point, and I am just on 23, I think, so I got a ways to go. But this would be day 3 on it. And of course, Jerry, when I first started it, he goes, "Oh, I like those colors." And yesterday when I was showing him it, he goes, "Oh, I still like that." He says, but he said, because see, he's used to me doing these where you start out with a circle and then you transform it into a square. And he said, "You'll be turning that into a square, right?" And I said, "No, it's called the 6-day star blanket, because it's going to be a 60-inch star blanket." He goes, "Oh." I said, "You don't like it now, do you?" And he goes, "No." I says, "Well, too bad. You're not the one who ever uses blankets." I like doing different things like that, and it will get folded up. It'll get put someplace to be given away as a gift or sorts. So, but that's really, between the 3 of those things, that's all I've been doing. My English paper piecing temperature stuff has not arrived. It's supposed to be here Saturday. So Saturday when I get it, I got it all set up except for the colors, and I'll pick those out when I get the layer cake. So I'll have to play catch up to that, which is no big deal because you're talking Thursday, Friday. So, but that will be coming in Saturday, probably late Saturday, I would assume. So might be Sunday before I even start it. But so I'm waiting on that, and I don't know, it's just like today I just want to start everything. I want to start a temperature blanket, you know, and it's just like, you know, I just want to do something different, I think, but I don't know. Could be lack of sleep, could be a lot of things. And other than that, that's all I got for you today. I'm sorry. is those things right there. I don't think I'll be sewing today. I'm just too tired to sew. I might surprise myself and come in here and sew, but I also might just go back out, put my feet up, and get something more to drink, and crochet, because I haven't been able to do anything all morning long because we were on the phone between his sister and his brother and the discharge people at the hospital and all the stuff. Them trying to set up for his mom for a visiting home nurse to come see her, physical therapy, and home care nurse, visiting nurse, and physical therapy, because she's so weak, and they'll be getting her a wheelchair because she can't use her walker right now. So, but all I know is that when she fell, she's going to be bruised up, and her face was already pretty looking. Last night, I can't imagine the next few days was going to be like. But if you'd be so kind to keep her in your prayers, your thoughts, keep Mr. Jerry and his brother and sister in your thoughts and prayers for decisions that might be coming down the way, and just for some peace and comfort for them and their mom, and for the spouses that are with this too. You know, she's been in my life for, it will be 46 years that we'll be married this March, and I knew her a year before that. And when I was going through a rough patch with my dad and my mom, mainly my dad, a few months before we got married, I was living out there full time basically because it wasn't good at home. So she's always been that mom figure, more than a mom figure, more than a mother-in-law or mother-in-love. So she's just that type of person that you just instantly fall in love with. So, and where she's always chipper, and that's where Mr. Jerry gets it from. He is a good blend between both parents, and he can sit there and wake up in the morning, not have hardly any sleep, and the cat's going and everything else, and he's just like, you know, already like, oh really, how are you, and everything. And I wake up and I'm just like, everybody just you know. But I didn't have that growing up like he did. I had more of the home life was not good at the end. So that's all I'm going to say. It's in the past, and God knew what he was doing giving me Jerry. So, but anywho, thanks again, my friends. No New Year's resolution for this gal. My thing is that I just don't do that, because I'm not working on a new me. I'm still working on the old me to become a better and healthier me. And I'm continuing to do what I was doing in 2025. I'm still doing Weight Watchers. I'm still doing the treadmill, except for not today. And only because I'm super tired right now. Maybe later I might, but I might surprise myself. But I just look at it that I'm still trying to do the best that I can do. Yes, Nala, she wants some lunch. And there's no reason for me to make resolutions to say this is what I'm going to do, because I want to continue what I'm doing and improve on what I should be doing more of. And that's just for me. Nobody else. If you do New Year's resolutions, that's great. You know, we all are a different kind of breed, and we all have to do what is best for us. And did not weigh in. I say did not weigh in. I got on the scale after Christmas, and I got on the scale this morning, so I know where I'm at. And I told myself, and I recorded it, but I'm not talking about it out into the universe or anything like that, because sometimes I don't think everybody wants to hear about Miss Teri's weight loss journey. And so it's going to be intertwined into here. And on the days I feel like talking about it, I will. On my weigh-in days, if I feel like I want to share, I'll share. I have my accountability friends in my life, and so they know. And sometimes that's all you need, is that support system. But if you need that support system from me talking about more weight loss stuff and all that stuff, please let me know, because it's not going to be as strong as it was, but I just want you to know I'm still doing it. I haven't given up. I'm still planning on walking. I still plan on losing the weight, because they're still checking my my sugars and all that stuff, not daily, but every 3 months, to make sure excuse me, it's going down, which the last time it did go down. And she was very pleased, my doctor, because she said for my age it's right where it needs to be, but I'd like it to go a little lower, if you know what I mean. And I'd like to continue to get a little healthier, because friends, garden season's going to be coming up, and I have to pretty soon be pulling out my seeds and my seed packets and looking through again, what do I want to grow this year, what don't I want to grow next, you know, from last year. And I need to look at what takes the longest to germinate, to get up to where it needs to be so it's in the garden okay. And so it's all that goodness that's coming down the pike. And I got some dry mixes that I need to be doing, and I hope to take you along on how I do that from my cornbread dry mix. That's supposed to be like a jiffy mix, and to pancake mix, to what else do I need them out of? I can't think. There's like 3 or 4 of them, because I just made the ketchup, so we're set on the ketchup. Not for sure, but there's anyways, it's coming. So when I get to them, you'll be right along with me watching me do it. It doesn't take long at all, you know, it's just a few simple ingredients. Oh, cream of soup, anything in a dry mixture, and it's just what you add to it. Like if you want cream of mushroom soup, then you would just add, once you add the milk or the water to the dry mixture, then you would add your mushrooms to it, and stuff like that, because it works out really, really well for us to be able to control what I can control in that aspect. Now, don't get me wrong. We still go to the store when we need to buy something because of convenience, but it's that slow shift. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the weight loss, it's that slow shift. It's the shift of thinking that, you know, maybe right now I can't have those cupcakes or those cookies or whatever, but maybe once I start losing 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, I can slowly get the mindset back to where I can have something like that and be satisfied with just the one and take the points for it and not worry because they're in the house. But yeah, so anyways, I have chit-chatted to you long enough. So if you want to see the photos afterwards of the quilting pieces, because it won't be very long, because you know there's only so many pictures, and anything else that I might feel like taking pictures of. So I will be back on Monday, and if there ever comes a time that I don't have a vlog up because of Jerry's mom or something else, I will let my friend Miss Lainey and Miss Sandy know, and so make sure that you are subscribed to Lainey's Life and Life with Sandy, so that if something ever did happen, that they will know and they can let you guys know. And I would also post something in the community tab about it. So, but until then, everything's as good as we thought it could be today. So, and you know, it's been a gloomy day, and the sun came out and hit me in the sunroom, and I always called his dad Sunshine, and every time the sun comes out for just a few seconds, like today, I would say, "Hey Dad, take care of Mom," and then the sun would go away. Silly, I know, but I don't think so. So before I break out in tears, thanks for stopping by, my friends. Thank you for being with me all through 2025, 2024. Thank you for the new ones that are here, and hopefully you'll stick with me through 2026, through all the crafts, all the garden, all the preserving, all the wackiness of this retirement life with me, and all the chit chats. See you soon, my friend. See you on Monday.